Yes.
First, I'm going to record.
No, I am muted.
Yeah. Okay. And I just hit the recording. I wanted to say that, these calls are pretty informal, and we're just here to kind of chat and talk about what's going on and what's current in your business and where you might need help. And what I thought is pretty cool is Lisa has been showing up to these calls for quite some time. And this month she's leader. She's one of the 3 with Success Club 10 on, the 15th. She's probably had that since like the 8th of the month. And it's just kind of cool to see consistency. So I thought, if you want to share some of what you're doing, everyone's wondering, so we might as well record it and share and let people know. It can't be too different but I would love to hear what's brought you success this month. No pressure.
Lots of pressure.
No, because this is just like the 3 of us right now,
Okay. Well, 21 Day Fix is where I had all my success. So I think it was easy for me to get people on board with this month's group.
Okay.
And doing Push to Diamond, and then the EKO Vital Behaviors, just actually working my business has been helping me.
That's awesome. Well, I think it's consistency. I think it's belief. I think it's passion, conviction. And I know that when you believe in something so strong and you're able to share that with anyone else, your belief comes through. So I think most of the people that have joined you this month, have you been talking to them for a while, or were they just fresh from the beginning of the month?
A couple I had been talking to at the end of May, but then a few just messaged me after June had started, and I was like, okay, well, this is what's on sale. This is what's worked for me. And some of them have, come out and said that they were following me, but getting a new coach too. And she bought a CP, so that kind of helped too.
Totally. I'm trying to make my screen bigger. Well, I think that it's definitely about you. Like, you're changing. Right? Like you said, you're learning more about vital behaviors. You're in a group that Push to Diamond is kind of pushing you outside of your comfort zone. Are those things true too? Yeah.
Yes.
What would you say if you had to list out something that was like your biggest uncomfortable moment so far this month? What would you say it would be?
Most uncomfortable?
Yeah. Like what's
probably putting myself out there, because I don't like adding people that I don't know.
Okay.
So
and
is like.
No, that's a big one. When you do that, do you message them or do you wait for them to message you?
No, I started messaging them, which I don't normally do. Usually I send a friend request and I hide.
So when you're doing that, are you bringing up your business, or are you just really just trying to connect with them?
No, I just start connecting with them first.
And would you say in the last month, how many new people have you gone out of your comfort zone to meet on Facebook? Just add people you know.
Not enough.
Okay.
Maybe 5 to 10. Really not enough. I know you should do that every day, but I can't.
Okay.
I go through my friends list and I'm like, oh, do I know that person now? Oh, that person went to school with me. Okay, maybe we can connect that way. Or I'm a twin mom, so I had a lot of connections that way too, but that even kind of scares me.
Well, it's nice and easy to connect when you have something to talk about. So those are good things. Same school, same number, issues with 2 children at once is challenging.
Yes. Yes.
3 children under 4 years or something, Heather, is challenging.
Yeah.
Someone else, Heather, has 3 kids that are all really little. So I think people wonder what it is that's different. So the Vitals training that you're doing, what does it have you connecting more, inviting more, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it was just doing the bat every day and just,
Oh, we lost you.
My husband just tried to call me on my cell phone because he tried the house. He's out of town. I'm trying to text him.
We'll talk while you talk to him. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I don't want you ignoring him.
What was I saying? Oh, just doing the vital behaviors and actually following through with them. And I started to stop doing pen to paper because I was getting a little too chaotic. So I started an Excel spreadsheet with who I've contacted. The cold invites I was doing it to invite them to a 5-day clean eating group.
Okay.
And that kind of backfired on me because then nobody wanted to sign up for anything, like as far as even just creating an account for free. So I took the month off of doing that because I felt it got me nowhere the last time.
Yeah.
I may go back to it, but I'm not sure when.
Here's my take on those groups, because I think they're great. I think they help you add value to people's lives, and I think they're great for your like page, for interaction, and to get those people, you know, to get you to friend them, because in order to put them in the group, you have to be their friend, and then to get you to know them better by adding value and offering them something for free.
Right.
For the pure cold people, I think that's fine. And I think it's fine for anyone, but I think that you have to think of it as a future helper. Like, you do that now, and in 3 months, they might be ready to buy something. They're going to take advantage of what you're offering for free right now.
Right.
And some of them might transition the next month into something paid, but I feel like those are really like your outreach programs, your community service, your what you do to build your value and your credibility.
Right.
So yeah, so if they're conflicting with your ability to sell and help people right now, then you got to work on, you know, if you can't do both, then work on what you need to work on.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Anything else you want to say? Like, are you still inviting people this month, or you kind of stopped because you're at 10? How do you feel about that?
No, I stopped while I was in New York, and now that I'm back, I'm trying to get back to it. But I'm starting a new challenge group next week, so I'm doing my prep work for that. But I have a person who, she referred me to somebody, and I've messaged her, and she messaged me back, and now she stopped responding to me. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, people get busy, and people get afraid. Or you can just say, hey, I want to pick up where we left off. I know I was gone, and I'm back, and I don't want you to think I'm bugging you, but I want to make sure I don't, that you don't fall through the cracks. Are you, starting this group, and I don't know where you're standing right now. So fill me in or something. And it's okay, if she doesn't respond, so you can reply back. It's okay to tell me that you're not ready right now. I'm running another group next month. So, just don't ignore me.
Yeah.
Feel bad or something, personality. Yeah. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. I hope it wasn't too emotional.
No, that's okay.
That's all I wanted. I think it's curious, and I don't know if anyone else has any questions for Lisa. Go ahead. We have a few callers, I think, and a few people online. Does anyone want to unmute and ask Lisa a question? No? Okay. For me personally, I'm at one point this month right now, and I'm like freaking out. But I haven't done my inviting. I've given out some samples, but now it's time for me to go back to I've looped around with a couple of people that I had sent links to last month, and they seem like they're not ready because they haven't responded back to me. And so I get down on myself. And I look to how I can get out of that type of a place. And I know that it's by connecting to more people, and by adding more people and connecting to more people and having more people in my pipeline, which I used to have this amazing pipeline. And I kind of took the last 4 months, 6 months off from really connecting every day with people. I connect with people, but like really spending focused effort on that. And it didn't take an immediate toll, but it's showing up right now. And if I don't change things, it's going to be like this for a while. So I personally know for me that that's where I need to focus, is really on building relationships, which I love to do. It's just, where did the people go? Like I used to always just have new people in my life and in my Facebook world. Now they're not there. So they're kind of buried. So that's what I have to do, is unbury them. And then I think for me, because I do have a strong customer base, it's really to ask for referrals. So if you have, and it's going to be hard because I don't have like open connections with a lot of people. They're like customers that are out there. So it's going to be a challenge for me, but I think referrals are a huge source. So if you have any challenge groups or any recent challenge groups, you can connect with the challengers and just tell them, listen, I'm starting a group. If you're interested in joining, just let me know. But I'm looking to help some new people. And if you know anyone that might need what I'm offering, would you connect me with them? And the best way to do that is to have them do a personal message to you and that person. so that they can stay in the conversation and maybe even jump in, or you can ask them a question and kind of bring them in so that it's not like so easy for someone to just ignore you. Because if they say, oh yeah, here's my friend Julie, she's been talking about wanting to lose some weight, why don't you message her? Julie doesn't know me from Adam. Julie will say, there's this Lee girl messaging me and whatever, she wants to sell me something. So I feel like if my friend said, Julie, this is Lee. Lee's the one that's been helping me. She's an awesome Beachbody coach. She's the one that I got the 21-day fix from. Maybe you guys can chat about if this is something you'd like to do. I thought of you because blah, blah, blah. And see how that goes. Because I think that always helps keep that connection alive a little longer. What usually happens if someone just says, call this person, is they don't know me, they don't want to talk to me. And it's pretty common. I mean, sometimes it works the other way, but that's what I found from my experience. So that's kind of where I am, what I need to do. And it's really easy to wake up every day and look at the dark side and to see where I need to go and not what I have. So I'm focusing on gratitude also, and kind of like, where are the people to help? And every day when my eyes go back to the points, I need 9 points, I need to 5 people. Like, I try to redirect my eyes over here to, okay, who can you help? Who really needs your help? Shakeology is so good. Who can use Shakeology? You know, like I keep going back over here because I'm so focused on a goal and a success club that I have to keep driving myself over here to focus on the people, because I really easily go back over here. Like, honestly, like 10 times a day I have to go, that's not your focus. That's not your focus. And it's hard for me. I'm so goal driven. I know I can meet that number. I can ask people to join me, but that's about me. And I really need to work on it being about others. So that's my personal journey right now. I know Andy has been working on Success Club, and actually he's hit it already this month, but he was in that boat, he said, for the last few months. And I don't know, he has an ad that he runs, and he usually gets likes on it, cold market people that he works with. And he works really hard inviting them, getting to know them, getting to know what they need, and telling them, hey, if you're ready, this is what I got. And really pushing that to get started, right? Is that, I mean, I feel like that's your approach, and it works, right, Andy?
Yeah.
Yes.
It worked for a long time, where I think I told you last time, I looked at an ad I did last summer. I had 42 comments. And it's easy to hit Success Club.
Yeah.
For that month and several months after that, because you got 40 people you're talking to, and I would get, every time I ran it, I would get between 20 and 40 people. So that's just constantly, so you got 40, 80, 100 people that you're talking to. But about 5-6 months ago, that completely, Facebook changed something. It completely dried up, where I would maybe get, I mean, I know it's dumb to run the same ad, but I kept doing it because it was
working. Yeah, why change it?
Stupid good. And I would change the picture, and actually, people would ask me what I was doing it, and people started copying my ad and my picture. I don't know if that affected some things. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, you can say what I say, but use a different picture. But some started using the exact same everything. So, but anyway, the well dried up. I mean, I'd be lucky if I get 5 people now.
Well, what I have to say about the same people using everything, by the way, I can add to that, because it's not about what you say. It's about who you are. So once that person likes or comments on your picture, you make the sale because of you. So if they're using the same thing, I mean, I know that Facebook has maybe caught on to that or whatever, but honestly, it's you who does the work. So I want you to give yourself credit, because you work hard. It's not like all of a sudden 40 people liked it and 3 of them just said that you said, yeah, you can join my challenge group. Here's a link, and they did it. I mean, you work harder than anyone I know at forming them, getting information from them, putting it back to them, asking them to join, you know, really following up with them. And would you agree to that? Because I know.
True. Yeah, but I went from tons of conversations every month to squeezing everything I can out of 5 people instead of 30 people.
Well, and that.
So, I mean, I hit Success Club every month, luckily, but I haven't hit 10, since August. But I mean, I have had 8s, 9s, but it is a fight. So I mean, this month is, I mean, I don't know, for some reason, and I think everybody thinks this is like, oh, good, the 21-day fix. It's easier for whatever reason. And the mindset is like, oh, I can crush this month because it's the fix.
Yeah.
For whatever reason that may be. But sorry, I'm so dark.
I do like it because it's an easy sell because it's so effective. It comes with the containers and it is $140 for the package. I think that's huge.
Right.
But
and you can show people awesome results that people have gotten in 21 days. But it's a fight. But I got to. So that's another incentive.
Well, I know Andy wants to go to the Billy Idol concert, so he's got 5 more people to help, right?
This one, I need 2 points.
Oh, one person. It's Deborah that needs 5. Deborah needs 5. I need 5.
But yeah, I got to change. I'm actually going to redo this last ad, and I don't know if this is going to sound horrible. There's no way of saying it other than what it is. But I mean, I'm going to have to change it and have to re-look at how I did it because like this last ad I've done, I had maybe 15 comments, but out of the 15, 2 spoke English. So I don't know if that's because we're in Phoenix. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that. But everybody's like, "Can you explain this to me in Spanish?" And I was like,
well, very interestingly enough, on my like page recently, I was running some paid like sponsoring of it, like test markets, trying to see what ad worked. And I got one ad that was like wasn't really working, but I'm like, oh, I'll put some money here and see. But 9 out of 10 people that liked it were Hispanic. I'm like, okay, I must appeal to this market, or I must have my market set so that that's who's seeing it. And I do speak Spanish, but it's harder for me to build and form a relationship with people because it's the second language for me. It doesn't work usually. But I did notice that too. So I don't know. It could be Arizona. It could be that because I'm in Arizona too. What else? Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of my likes on my like page are is that way lately, like the last 3-4 months. Something's changed. I'm not sure. I have to figure that out. I had lunch with somebody yesterday, and I still need to figure this out. But I know, I mean, people. And then when I went to that autumn thing when we had thing here, but people, I don't know how people crush it on Instagram. I can't figure that shit out. I get likes, but it's always coaches that like my stuff or fitness people.
So a good person to follow is Mama Bear Fitness. And her name, it's Kobe Mitchell, but Ashlyn Mitchell. And I think watching her and the interaction that she's created on her Instagram, she does have a huge Instagram following, and she's able to really, when you look at her stuff, there's usually 10 to 12 comments. And I'm not saying you need to be her because you can't be her. She does have her own personal struggles. She has like a few spine, and she's had some major marital issues, some major, issues with her children. And she shares openly, although it's painful to do. So that's something else, that vulnerability. But even in her, what she shares and what she says, she looks like she does okay with fitness, but then her eating is off. So she'll share some of that, and then she'll eat perfectly and show her little meals. But part of her formula, I think, is probably reaching out to others, because we don't see that part. So what she's doing, and then her hashtag. So I think, and I'm on Instagram playing around. I haven't really found success. I do think that these people use Instagram or something to attract new people and to follow certain hashtags. And don't make them really about fitness or Beachbody. Find the things that interest you. Maybe golf, Bruce Springsteen, things that are like going to attract people that like you, or that maybe if you have an ideal customer that person would like. So maybe if you work well with women, selling to women, you need to think about what your ideal customer is. Where do they like to go, and what do they like to do, and what kind of activities are they in? Then, if there's college sports or athletes, kind of focus your hashtags on those things, and throw in a couple of Beachbody or healthy hashtags too. And then if you have this Instagram or some tracker that's kind of out there liking other people's posts and commenting on them, that's when people come back to you. Because right now, I tag all kinds of random stuff, and I do get people liking and commenting on my stuff. But honestly, most of them are business people, and they're trying to get me to like their stuff. So you got to find that hashtag. Like, the group of people that you're looking for use. And that's challenging because I don't know what that is. Like random stuff, like Windex. I don't know. I don't know. French manicure. I really don't know. So, but there are people out there really killing it. And Shalene has an Instagram training, and maybe even asking on our team, people who are on Instagram, what's working. Direct messaging is probably part of it. Let's see. Did you want to, Jen Kelly, I will feature her for a second. She said that she has been adding people from her like page that she's not friends with, and then just making a really nice message to them about, thanks so much for liking my page. I just wanted to establish a friendship with you over on my profile page because I do invite people and I run groups every month. So if you're ever interested in a future group, or if you happen to be interested in a group right now, that way we can connect and I can invite you that way. Or, it's a little more concise, but it's really a nice message. And then she will also send some messages to people about her business. And Lisa's saying that she does those too. From her like page, she will send those kinds of messages to people and invites just to make friends with people. And then if you decide, Jen has shared with me just a few minutes ago for this call, she was like, if you want to share, then basically like I'm running a boot camp and I'm a health coach and this business opportunity has changed my life. And as a Beachbody coach, I can't be, more excited, I want to share this opportunity with you if you're interested in joining my next boot camp and changing your life with this income opportunity. Like I said, nicer, but she has that she's been sending out, and then a follow-up to that and a form for them to fill out. Are you laughing at me? But yeah, I don't know. Jen, do you want to share anything about how that's going so far, or you just started?
I just started it. I have a Wufoo app that you can make for free. You can purchase them too if you get to have too many. Like you get so many free a month, I think. And obviously my growth isn't booming, so I don't have to purchase it yet. But I just had them fill out the app, and the application is basically asking them if they know anything about Beachbody. Do they have a coach? If they would join my team, what are their financial goals? There's just like little simple questions just to kind of get to know them, and you can kind of categorize them. I mean, if they sound like somebody that's super driven, well, then that that's probably somebody you could push a little bit more. And some people will answer they just want to make a little extra money, and that'll definitely be somebody that you just have to, step lightly around, because if you don't want to push them too much and they back off. But my biggest thing is I do get challengers every month, but most of them just don't want to do anything with the business. And in order for me to keep growing my business team-wise, I have to start asking people to join the opportunity. And I'm actually kind of surprised that even some of my challengers that I brought it up to didn't even have an idea that they could do a business too. Like it's strange that they think, I just made this up and I have my own business and I was picked special that, I can only be a coach. You have to do all these special things to become one. Or there's people that don't even know what Beachbody is. Like, I'm still shocked by that. Like, I guess in our heads, we think we're running out of people and, it's so, saturated with coaches. Well, then you hear that they don't even know what Beachbody is. And then you have to say, as soon as you say P90X, all of a sudden they're like, oh. But, that's, I'm running into people too that I've invited years ago and have ignored me. Or they always have like 50,000 excuses, and then they're coming out of the woodwork. So I struggle really bad lately, and I don't know why. It just seems like cancellations are coming in left and right on my team. And I'm still a 3-star technically with 3 diamonds, but I got knocked down to 2 just because I lost too many coaches. Mm-hmm. So, I was so busy watching my volume of my coaches to make sure that they were holding rank that I kind of didn't watch my own and count out my coaches. So that really sucked when I woke up on Thursday morning. I was like, what? How am I 2-star again? And then I figured it out. I didn't count all my people out. So I'm really on what they keep calling in our leadership group that I'm in. They call it the rebuild phase. And so it's like, I'm just kind of back in that phase of where you're rebuilding your team again and trying to find those motivated people. It's hard. It's super, super hard. And I've been more honest and upfront with people that join my team that, you know what, you have to work. Like, I think before, when I was so excited about building it, that I kind of, not that I sugarcoated it at all, but I didn't let on that there's going to be lots of ups and downs. It's like any business. And I've been going right to voice messenger whenever I've had anybody talking to me, so they can hear my voice and know that, you know, what I'm saying to them is, you know, genuine. And I'm just letting them know it's just like any business out there. If you start your own business with anything, you have to be willing to talk to people. You can't start a business and hide and assume that, you know, people are just going to come to you. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and to actually do the work, show up on calls, you know, that kind of thing. And my team is struggling right now too, because they feel like nobody wants to join. Well, if you're only inviting a few people every once in a while, I just don't know how that's going to get you to grow. And I'm guilty myself, getting in a funk and being like, I'm not going to invite anybody. I'm going to be a big baby about it and be all pissy. And I do it a lot. But then I get like that call last night, listening to Carrie and listening to the other coaches on the call last night, it re-inspired me to just keep following up, you know, and you hear it all the time, follow up, follow up, follow up. That, you know, that's where the gold is in the follow up. But I still let that thought get in my head that I'm bothering someone.
Yeah, you got to turn that off.
I don't want to bother someone. And I get scared every time I send. I know. And it's hard. It's hard to do that.
But
it is so hard. And even though I've been I'll be a coach for 5 years in July.
It's still hard for me. I think, I'm going to bother that person. But honestly.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, it's hard for me too. But I think I bother people. But when we look at it, like I look at people who I want to buy stuff from, and I am so busy. If they just hand me the link or really follow up with me and put them back in the forefront of my mind, it gets done. So I have to look at it from that approach of people need to hear from us multiple times because they are busy. They might check that message when they're in the car or when they're going to bed and go, oh, shoot, I forgot the message wrong. I'll do that tomorrow. And then we think, oh, they saw it. They don't want it. And she's sitting there going, oh, God, I got to do that. And then every night I go to bed, oh, man, I need to do that. And all of a sudden a message comes through, hey, I know you were talking about this. Are you still interested? Here's an easy link for you. And you're like, thank you. Boom. Stuff. You know, like, so just think of it like that and just think of everybody like me that just wishes you would message them. That's what I said. Heather, you're awfully quiet over there.
You know, I was going to ask Carrie last night or anybody that was on the call last night too.
Go ahead, Jen. Oh, you broke up.
I was just going to ask, we might have a little delay here, but I was going to ask you if they, if people are seeing the post, are they still, or the message, are they still following up with them, like saying something to them? Like that's where I drop the ball. I'm not just messaging them. I know that they've seen it because I go back through and you can see their little faces on there. Are they still following up with those people no matter what until they flat out say no?
Yes. Yes. Because like we talked about, and this was Carrie, I took this from Carrie. Carrie said, I'll be driving and I'll check something at a stoplight and then 5 other people message me and I forget that I need to email that person back. And I'm even guilty of messaging people back in my head or texting it and not sending it. So or doing that and then jumping off into multitasking and then it disappearing and me getting frustrated. Oh, shoot, I'll have to do that later and then forgetting. So definitely you can temper your message with, hey, you might have, Facebook says you saw that message. I just wanted to follow up with you because I know how I am and I get busy and I forget. You might have checked it when you're in the middle of something else. But I just wanted to follow back up and see where you lie and are you interested? Do you want to get started right now or should I check back with you next month? And kind of give them a way to say, like, listen, I got this going on. Where are you in the process? And I wanted to ask Heather, she is quiet. Was there anything that you wanted to say?
My daughter is screaming in the background, so hopefully you can hear my dad. Okay, 1 second. We're at the feed store, so she wants to see the chickens, but we won't let her out. I wanted to just add, like, when I was on my A game for, 1 month or so, when people would not respond, you could see them, like, that they saw the message, I would just say, like, hey, I'm not sure if you saw that, even though, like, that they saw it, because you can see that they saw it. And a lot of times they'd be like, oh, I just forgot. Like, they totally don't know. And I'm so guilty of it. I was just telling Lee earlier today, I will read a message and be like, oh, yeah, like, I'll see it and I'm busy, and I'm like, oh, I'll respond later, and then I don't ever respond, and then they message me again like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally didn't mean to like blow you off. I'm so sorry, or I just missed it. And what? Okay, hold on 1 second. She wants to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball movie. Sorry, today's like.
I will only keep you guys 5 minutes because I know I want to keep these calls short to 30 minutes.
But so that's pretty much all. I've been so off track lately, so my own lack of doing.
Well, I know how to get us back on track, and that's really to go start connecting with the people that we have in our lives and on our Facebooks, and really just care about them and ask them questions. And from your like pages, do some. If you've been adding value for a while, do some. Hey, grab a copy and join me. Put your link out there. I know it's salesy, but you don't know who's going to take advantage of it. And there's a lot of people that are following you for a reason because you're inspiring them. So my web coach told me, she's like, you've earned a right to post that, so post it. Put it in a bit.ly link if you want, or however you want to do it, but get your link out there and say, grab your copy of Hardcore and join me. I couldn't believe that I can do this, but I can, and I want you to, I want company. And you don't do it every day, twice a day, but if you've been building up your community, share something and ask them to take a risk and join you. And I think it's okay to do that. Just do it periodically. And then
I missed what link it was. What did you say?
I just did a grab your copy here. It was a Hardcore 22 challenge pack. I think I put it in the bit.ly though, so it didn't look like a challenge pack link. And it was, it just said something like, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this program. I never thought I would. If you want to join me, grab your copy and let's I have a private accountability group. Let's go or something. And so it had that little bit.ly link, just something like that. And, I don't think I sold any from it, but I feel like we need to do those things because there's people out there that are like, oh, I didn't realize she's doing this for other people too. It's like I'm putting myself out there every day. So be okay with that. That's part of what we're doing as coaches and marketing, and be bold and invite, and that connection is huge. Just remember that. So that's all I really had I just really wanted to help you guys and kind of sort through, we're all at different places, and how are we going to move to the next place? How are we going to keep what we're doing and just kind of get better? So thank you so much for calling in. I'll post a link to this later if you want to share it with anybody. Okay. Have a good one. Get to those chickens. Jen's going to the pool. Andy's going to take a shower. Lisa, I don't know what's going on there, but you guys have a great day. I'm going to get a haircut.
I got to find something to do to stay cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
90.
Or Costco. Back up. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Walmart. Okay.